Dear friends, first I would like to thank the organizers for having given me the opportunity to address you tonight and to express a few thoughts on my relationship with the Armenian genocide. In a way, the Armenian genocide is quite distant from me. I was born in Switzerland in 1975, 60 years after the genocide. Only one of my 4 grandparents, my paternal grandfather, was Armenian, and I have not known him because he passed away before I was born. I do not speak Armenian and have no Armenian passport. As my father and my grandfather before me, I married a non-Armenian wife. The only Armenian marks that I have are my last name and, some say, my physical appearance. Even though I shaved today. Still, I always had a special sensitivity about the genocide. And when the organizers of this event asked me to say a few words today, I tried to find out why. First, I said to myself, it is not because of personal experience of my ancestors. My family was luckier than many others and escaped the massacres. Also, at home, we did not have extensive discussions on the genocide. Then, to explain my special relationship with the genocide, I thought that there may be an unconscious want or anxiety in my genes that come from my grandfather and that are transmitted from generation to generation. That may well be, but as any theory that appeals to the unconscious, they are, for a rigid lawyer as I am, unsatisfactory. Therefore, I tried to give a more rational explanation to my feelings. Genocide, I thought, has 2 aspects. First, it is an addition of despicable crimes against men, women, children, and babies. That's the first aspect, the first level, the individual level. But genocide has also another aspect. It is a crime of a community against another community. That's the collective level. One essential difference between these 2 aspects is this. At the individual level, the perpetrators of the crimes are individuals who can be brought to justice and incur the ultimate punishment. And in the case of the Armenian genocide, some, too few of course, but some of the perpetrators have incurred this ultimate punishment, which, as you know, has been enforced in most cases by private justice. At the collective level, punishment is different because you cannot bring an entire community before a criminal court and imprison this collectivity. Punishment at the collective level takes a different form. It first takes the form of financial reparations, but most importantly, collective punishment takes the form of recognition by the international community and by the offending group itself that a genocide took place. That is what happened with Germany and the Holocaust. Of course, wide recognition leaves a stain on the offending group, and the Germans know something about it. But this stain is necessary, not only for repressive purposes, but also because it might deter other nations to put in place or maintain governments that engage in genocide actions. Who indeed would want to be part of a nation marked with the label genocider? What is specific to the Armenian genocide is that it has not been swiftly and widely recognized by the international community and is still being denied by the offending group. And at this point, I began to understand my sensitivity with the Armenian genocide. I am part of a community that has been the victim of a crime that has not been properly punished. And as any victim of an unpunished crime, I feel disappointment, anger, and injustice. I must admit that my sense of belonging to this community has to do very strongly with the existence of this unpunished crime. Of course, it is not the only reason of my belonging, but it does play an important role. Like for many others, the fight for recognition of the genocide is my entry into the Armenian history and culture. So I have the following message for those who organize the cover-up. Look at a guy like me, born 60 years after the genocide, with a preponderance of non-Armenian blood and with no immediate and conscious scars from the genocide. I still fight for recognition because I am part of a community that has been the victim of an unpunished crime. And as long as this 2,600 years old community will continue to exist, there will be guys like me who will continue to seek justice through wide and unconditional recognition of the genocide. Denial is therefore a lost fight, so please, deniers, recognize the sad and undisputable fact that my people was the victim of a genocide. Thank you.